Our big story special coverage of the day America changed continues now. 5 years ago today, thousands of Americans flocked to Ground Zero. They removed rubble, desperately searched for any survivors. Now, many of these unsung heroes have become victims themselves with serious health problems. Big story correspondent Douglas Kennedy live now at Ground Zero. Hi, Douglas.
Hey, John. Yeah, nearly 40,000 rescue workers responded to the call from Ground Zero. Now, a new study by Mount Sinai Hospital here in New York says 70% of them are becoming ill. Earlier today, I talked with one of those rescue workers, retired New York City detective Richard Volpe.
At Ground Zero on September 11th, and you stayed there about 6 months.
Correct.
And about a year later, you started developing some health problems.
Yes.
Describe those.
Basically, what I have is it's called IgA nephropathy. It's a kidney ailment, which basically the filters in your kidneys don't filter out the toxins in your body. It attacks your blood pressure, creatinine level, and your cholesterol as well, and high blood pressure.
And all of this you think is attributable to your time at Ground Zero?
Absolutely.
Volpe says his kidney problems are more common with a 70-year-old man than a 39-year-old man like himself. I'm joined now, John, by Jim Slavin of the New York City Police Firefighters Union. Jim, a lot of your guys are getting sick. What are you seeing?
We're seeing firefighters getting sick in record numbers. Since 9/11, we've had 1,000 firefighters retire with lung disabilities, and just as we predicted, we're starting to see more and more serious lung diseases such as cancers, and we actually had 3 firefighters that have died of lung-related ailments.
Now, Jim, you saw EPA, the former EPA chief Christy Todd Whitman, saying she gave you guys masks. You should have used the masks. How do you respond to that?
Well, the truth of the matter is the masks were not available to our firefighters until almost 3 weeks into the operation. But our firefighters knew the air was dangerous. They know any fire, the smoke is bad, and this was the worst possible smoke. It was pulverized concrete and glass and other toxic burning materials.
Now, obviously, a lot of people getting sick here, but still, it's very difficult to prove scientifically that they're getting sick because of the dust at Ground Zero. How do you prove that?
Well, when you look at the sheer numbers of firefighters and other rescue workers that are getting sick, and they all responded and operated at the World Trade Center disaster, you have to say there is a link. The fire department's own medical doctor says there is a link with all these first responders getting sick.
So what happens now? What do you want people to do? What are you going to do for your men who are getting ill?
Our firefighters stepped up. They knew the dangers. They went in to rescue the people. They stuck around to recover the remains of as many as possible. And now the New York State government has stepped up. They're providing benefits for the firefighters and other first responders. And the federal government stepped up and provided health funding for health screening and treatment. But that money is going to run out soon. So the federal government is going to have to step up again down the road to provide more funding to provide the treatment.
Jim Slavin from the Firefighters Union. John, a tragic day for America 5 years ago. Now it's becoming more tragic with people who are just here to help. Back to you.
Douglas Kennedy at Ground Zero. Douglas, thank you. So far.